Hello, everyone. Welcome to TOI Digital, your guide to all that's happening in Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundaries, the name of the show. We've got Nitin Naik from Mumbai. Also joining us from Mumbai is Gaurav Gupta, who's back from helping India win the T20 World Cup, and Arani Basu, who joins us from NCR. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today. Starting off with you, Nitin. The T20 World Cup victory is behind us now. And everybody started looking ahead. Obviously, next up is the IPL. But the bigger picture in everybody's mind now is 28, apart from 27 when the 50 over World Cup is going to take place. Uh, the first big thing in 28 is the LA Olympics, where cricket makes a return, a grand return. Do you think this Indian T20 team has it in them to become the gold medalist in that tournament?
Yes, if the form can be maintained over a 2.5 year period, and if the core of the team remains the same, barring injuries or loss of form, the captain I think will be close to 38. So, although he has stated that as one of his goals to remain as a player, and he has stated that as one of his goals, LA 2028. So, but it's going to be a tricky one, Chandresh, because I think it's going to be a condensed six-team affair. One loss, and I think you could be out. I think, or one win, and you could straight away enter a medal round. Yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here. I think that's going to be the format. Uh,
Actually, Nitin, no one knows anything right now.
Yeah, I
No
mean
one
that's
knows
what I
anything.
heard. So
Yeah,
six-team event for
yeah.
six teams for men and six teams for women. One win could make you enter the medal round, or one loss could see you out. Plus, we'll also have to take into account the fact that there might be makeshift pitches. Uh, I think it's going to be played at a venue called Pomona, which is about 50 kilometers away from Los Angeles. Makeshift pitches, we saw how makeshift pitches were a bit tricky during the 2024 T20 World Cup, especially in Newport and
Yeah.
Long Island. So I think we will they'll have to be a little careful. Plus, the whole bargain of them players, how they would adjust. I mean, since they're all superstars who live in comforts of five-star hotels, uh, it'll have to be seen how they respond to adjusting. Living in an Olympic village. So that will be something, or unless then the BCCI and the Indian Olympic Association then arranges separate accommodation for them, like they used to for the NBA stars when they
Hmm.
competed. So that will also have to be taken into account. But all things considered, they should be one of the favorites.
Yeah, Arani, in '98, when Commonwealth Games featured cricket for the first time, there were lots of stories about Tendulkar being in the Games Village, and Viv Richards was part of the Antigua setup at that time, and it became like a story that everybody followed. Then you have the Asian Games Cup 2 3 years ago. What we know, what happened
Hmm.
then. Now we'll have Asian Games again this time around. First of all, I want to know, will we see Surya Kumar and company, who are the T20 specialists, featuring in the Asian Games this time? Because that particular window, there could be an opportunity this time for them to play the Asian Games, so that then they are in a better frame of mind when they have to like compete for that LA 28 gold in 28.
I think the BCCI has already listed their names in the proposals, so they have to already. The Indian Olympic Association has to give names of the probable athletes that may turn up. So in that part of that 700 athlete contingent, they have given the first T20 players, the first choice T20 players' name there. So I don't see a reason if there, unless there is an overlap of a big event. I don't think India are playing T20s at that time.
Yeah,
In
they're not.
September, they're not playing. I think they will be playing tests. So, and
No, no.
all of a
At that
sudden we
time,
have a
no. At that time, there will also be. When is the Asian Games this time?
September, September.
September.
September. There's a possibility at that time it could be the West Indies coming over for three ODIs and five T20s.
Yeah, but Asian Games is a 2 week affair, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't see because. They will see what they can do. The last time they had sent a young team just because at that time it was overlapping with the 23 ODI World Cup, and at
Yeah.
that time we did not have a specialist T20 team like now we have. So there will be the T20 stars are likely to be available. And let's see, talking about the LA 28, I think in simplistic terms, it should be talked about the 28 will be a heavy T20 year. They will be playing for the T20 year. From now on, they have to plan for a team who can play in SENA countries, who can play good pace, bounce. They had planned exceptionally well for the last 18 months, keeping in mind what they're going to play on and the conditions they're going to play in. They have done that, and given they boast of this culture that we prefer form over reputation. No superstars in the team. Now that they won a World Cup, they will be superstars. That's organic in Indian cricket. Uh, so it will be seen, it needs to be seen if the selectors and the coach stick to that principle, that we will judge them on form. I think they will take couple of series. The focus will right now will shift to ODI, and luckily, again, we will have a specialist ODI team, which is different to the T20 team. So, I post the England series and a couple of T20 series, you may see the changes coming in because we have to see the batters who will handle pace and bounce better, and everything will be different now. So I think, given if they stick to their principles, I don't. I hope the current players, can adapt really quick. Otherwise, Gambhir and Agarkar have been known to be taking some cold-blooded calls. They don't shy away from taking those cold-blooded calls there. So the players must know that. They've come good. Gambhir had planned for this event, planned this team for this event, thinking about the conditions. He backed these players. They delivered well and good. Now they better do it over the next 2 years.
Yeah, today is incidentally the anniversary of India's World Championship winning victory in 1985.
Mhm.
At that time, the formula worked for a while with all rounders and everything, but after a point, everybody caught up. So we need to ensure that there is no repeat of that particular era where
Mhm.
whatever formula you have cracked doesn't get copied by others and everyone starts
Yeah, we
playing the way
worked
you want to
very
play.
hard since 2022 to come up to date with T20 cricket. It's now
Yeah,
that we continue that.
yeah,
There's no room for
absolutely.
complacency in T20 cricket. The other teams will catch up in no time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, because they play more T20 cricket in different conditions
Yeah.
than India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. And over to you, Gigi, the man who's covered more World Cup finals than anyone else right now in this country, all thanks to geography. And now you're also part of history. What do you feel? Can this Indian team also win the LA 28 gold in Olympics?
Definitely. And I think Gautam Gambhir will be the coach. I'm not sure about Surya Kumar Yadav staying on as captain 2 years down the line. I really am not sure. I don't think in this tournament he was at his best. I think that poor form has practically continued. Apart from the that knock, that 84 not out of 49 balls. I mean, that was a splendid knock, and I thought it saved us from a certain upset against the USA. I thought he was off color throughout the tournament, including the final first ball duck. So I would be a bit tactical here. I think we would need to going forward. I see Sanju Samson maybe as the next T20 captain, and build a team
Or
around
Akshar
him.
Patel?
I think it
Or
would make,
Akshar,
sorry,
or Akshar
or
Patel? Akshar Patel?
Oh, I thought you were saying Arshdeep. नहीं,
No, no,
अक्षर
Akshar.
पटेल नहीं यार, नहीं होएगा। अक्षर पटेल तो टीम से ड्रॉप हो गए थे 2-3 मैच के लिए बीच में। आई
But
डोंट
he's the
थिंक
vice
गौतम
captain.
गंभीर की हाई फेवरेट्स लिस्ट में है वो। वाइस कैप्टन, क्या वाइस कैप्टन, 2 मैच में तो ड्रॉप हो गए थे वो बीच में, फिर उनको वापस लाए। So I don't think he is part of the trusted soldiers unit of Gautam Gambhir. Having said that, Akshar's performance is top class without doubt. But I doubt. I think bowlers get a raw deal in terms of captaincy and all. Bumrah was tried for some time as a captaincy option, didn't work out. So I don't think so कि अक्षर भी होंगे. I think Sanju Samson के around team बनाना यहाँ से. I know it looked very harsh right now for me to say that Surya just led us to a World Cup win, but I think we need to plan for the future after some time, and I think it should start with the leadership at the top. Having said that, Surya's led the side brilliantly till now, without doubt, in the 1.5 years that he's been there in charge. But you'll need to look ahead as well, and I'm sure, knowing Agarkar and Gambhir, they will take those cold calls when the time comes.
But is Agarkar going to be there to take the call?
I
Agarkar, I
feel
doubt.
so.
I don't know. He was. I had heard that he's going. There was a lot of speculation, as usual. Some irresponsible websites ran stories also that he's going. He's going, and Zahir Agarkar is coming as the chief selector. But
Zahir
ऐसा कुछ
Agarkar.
हुआ नहीं है.
Zahir
Zahir
Agarkar.
Khan.
Zahir Khan,
Zahir
sorry, Zahir
Khan.
Khan come as the chief selector. वो हुआ नहीं. ठीक है. तो like that. But I think, or maybe if he's going, then they're trying to convince him to stay on. I hope Kabir definitely stays on, because I think the T20 formula he has cracked. I really want him to go in test matches as a coach. I don't think he's cut out for that job, but definitely in T20s, I think he should be there.
What about ODI? What about ODIs? Should we have
ODIs,
a
it's
separate?
okay. ODIs, I mean, it's okay. I don't white ball as in white. In terms of white ball,
But-
Gautam Gambhir का कोई मुकाबला नहीं है. But in terms of test
But-
coach, you need a.
But Gigi, since the time he's taken over, India's lost 3 one-day series out of the 5 he's been in charge.
I know, but that's also that is also something that that can happen. I don't know. I mean, our ODI team, I would still say, has not looked out of sorts the way our test team has looked. And our T20 team right now is looking at its most fab best. I think Gautam knows how to crack that formula out and out. I mean, his approach of ki 170 nahi chalega, either it's 220 or it is 110, is perfectly suited to today's modern T20 cricket demands. He's playing T20 cricket. He's made us play T20 cricket like West Indians play, like England were playing, for a while. So I think that approach works best in T20 cricket, and he's cracked it. And thanks to him, we have got this kind of a formula. I mean, Sanju Samson, just look at that. Is purely a creation of Gautam Gambhir and Suryakumar Yadav. They are the ones who pushed for him the most. So I think he's cracked that formula pretty well. I mean, it would be really tricky if he's not there and someone else is there as a coach around that time. I'm not sure who it will be, but I think Gautam Gambhir should stick around with that.
Okay. Nitin, there are a few questions for you from the subscribers.
Yeah.
Manik Preet Singh says, Nitin sir, अगर रोहित को हम ICC ट्रॉफी जीतने के पास के बाद हटा सकते हैं तो स्काई को क्यों नहीं? हमारा फ्यूचर T20 कैप्टन कौन होगा?
वो जीजी सर ने अभी नाम बता दिया है, संजू सैमसन. I would not in case if they are reluctant with Sanju Samson, I would not mind going back to somebody like a Hardik Pandya.
Hardik.
I know the selectors and the coach might be a bit reluctant, but I think he's somebody who for whom leadership sits well with him. He despite what happened with MI and all that happened in 2024, which was not really his fault. So and this management has, as Gaurav rightly pointed out, has earned the reputation, or Gaurav or Aroni pointed out that they have earned the reputation of being brutally pragmatic. So if they feel that Surya is not able to bat well, then maybe they would not want to carry him, because 2.5 years is a long time. Although, as I said in one of our discussions yesterday, I rate Captain Surya greater than the batter Surya. But will this team, under this management and the selectors group, be willing to carry Surya as only a captain 2.5 years down the line? Let's remember that the window between the LA Olympics and the T20 World Cup is just around 4 months. So we need to take that into account. I think the T20 World Cup is going to start on October 21st, 2028, and it's going to run till, unfortunately, the final is again scheduled for November 19th. But but that's the window, and I think the Olympics are going to start from June 12. I think the cricket leg will start from June 12. So you have a very short window.
And the thing is that tournament will be followed by the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So you could end up having the Indian team there for Indian coaching staff there for 5 months. They might as well take residency.
It happened during the 2015 World Cup as well, no? They
अगर
played
अगर
BGT and
test
then
coach हुआ तो अगर दूसरा
And
No,
टेस्ट
and
कोच
you
हुआ तो फिर वो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा.
यार मतलब
2027 World Cup, Border Gavaskar is in India, right?
no
Yeah,
20
Yeah, Feb
28
March
he's talking about 28, 29.
28 29.
in Australia.
Ah, right.
First the
Right.
T20 World Cup and then the 5 test series.
Yeah.
So it will
So
happen like 91, 92 and 2014, 15. So
correct,
that's
correct,
not good
correct.
news. So that's not good news. Both those times
That's
it
not
was a
good news.
disaster.
Yeah,
That's not good
yeah,
news as well. November
yeah.
19th bhi और वो दोनों भी है.
Correct,
Nitin,
correct.
you're giving us
So
bad news today.
एडिलेड में
Okay.
शायद ना फाइनल वो वर्ल्ड कप का.
मैं वो भूल गया
एडिलेड में
MCG.
मतलब एडिलेड वांट्स, साउथ ऑस्ट्रेलिया वांट्स इट टू शेड्यूल इट इन एडिलेड. इवन वर्स.
वो तो वो तो
एडिलेड
Eden
विल
Garden
फर्स्ट
also
वेरी.
wanted it. Even Eden Garden Gardens wanted the final.
वो अभी नहीं
नहीं,
मिलेगा
इधर
भूल जाओ.
इधर वांट करके कोई फायदा नहीं है. इधर का इक्वेशन अलग है थोड़ा. इधर तो अभी एक्सेप्ट रणजी ट्रॉफी सब कुछ एक ही सेंटर पे जाएगा.
वो बनता भी है यार मतलब it's the world's biggest cricket stadium. Okay, Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan says, Aranida, give an honest answer. Do you see any senior Rohit, Jadeja, Virat, Shami in ODI World Cup 27? I think only Virat might survive. And which youngsters do you see
Yeah.
getting a chance in ODIs?
I think Virat is obviously given the form, fitness, his performances, and everything. I think Virat is cut above the rest. Rohit next could be, but he has to get his consistency back. I know people are talking about his fitness and all that, but you have to score runs at the end of the day. Uh, the problem is that these days is that we bracket Rohit and Virat. It's like कि एक जाएगा तो दूसरा भी जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. Virat is a different beast. Let's give it to that man. He's the best of this generation. And Shami, I don't think so. Honestly, please, I don't want to get into this debate. I know people get emotional with Shami, but yes, I think they have moved on, and by that time you'll be much older. And then
Officially.
yes, yeah, officially, no. And then yeah, Jadeja also will be tough, given how his batting abilities has been on the wane
So,
in white ball cricket. Uh,
so will you, are you telling me that the same selector who recommended Jadeja to be part of grade A will also recommend that we should not be part of the setup?
It will be a tough call. I think between Jadeja and Akshar, I think Akshar has the upper hand here. At this moment, he's batting better, he's bowling better. Jadeja, if you see for the past 3, 4 years, struggles to. I think after the 23 ODI World Cup, has struggled to go through his quota of overs even in IPL. He's not bowling his 4 overs in IPL as well. So you have to see that as well. Jadeja in Test cricket, the bowler has not been the same. Obviously, the age has taken its toll. The shoulders are tired. He's a gun player. He was a gun player. You remember those shoulders have done a lot for Indian cricket. His arm, that left arm, has been a golden left arm that India has had for the last decade. But yes, that it will be a huge call. Especially, I think where the this ODI team is stuck is that middle order, number five or six. That's they need a left-hander there, and they want someone who can bowl in the top six to get. Otherwise, we're still struggling with that sixth bowler in ODI cricket. That's the problem. That's why we are still losing series in ODIs. The oppositions tend to get on top of you, and then you have no options. So I think Jadeja is walking on thin ice here at this moment. Jadeja has been given grade A, especially because purely on the basis of his Champions Trophy performances and the way he's played in the Test series in England. So people should remember the Indian cricket contracts are retrospective contracts. Those are rewards. Those are not pragmatic contracts. It's not exactly investments. These are rewards. It's completely different to how the other boards, England or Australia operate. It's all retrospective of the previous year's performances. So that's where Jadeja is placed at this moment. Uh, Maybe, and they are knowing Gautam Gambhir, he is desperately trying to make a great all-rounder out of Washington Sundar at this moment. He sees
By
Washington
not
Sundar.
playing him.
No, he did play him, and that backfired at that in that match. To be honest, to be fair to Washington, he was coming off from an injury. He was undercooked that day and everything. So it was a very tough call on the team management's part to put Washington in throw him into that deep waters in that high pressure match. He had no game time before that, and so. Yeah, but Washington is one of the most sincere cricketers in Indian cricket, going around Indian cricket. He is that man कि एक missing piece रहेगा ना तो Washington को डाल दो वहां पे. He will stabilize the boat. But at this moment, is he an out and out match winner? I don't think so. At this moment, in Test cricket, fine. He can hold his. उसको I don't remember any match where Washington has been given a job and he has not done it well. It's very difficult to point out his poor performances. Washington is one of the most sincere cricketers. I've seen him from under 19 World Cup in 2016. He does whatever he's been asked to. We know we talk about Siraj and all that because he's a fast bowler. It takes a lot of effort to bowl quick but Washington can do that day in day out as well. I've seen when he was just 16 in Dhaka when Rahul Dravid was turning him into an off spinner and he didn't know that, and I've seen him bowl with blisters on his index fingers. Keep bowling for 2 3 hours. Keep bowling 2 3 hours. That's what he can do. This boy, he's not very expressive like those modern Indian cricketers. He won't swear on the field and everything. But he's one of the most sincere cricketers in Indian cricket right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Gigi, there is a question for you from Manik Preet Singh. He's saying, Gigi sir, IPL का schedule कब तक आएगा? Opening match कौन सा होगा?
आईपीएल का शेड्यूल आज फिर से साई के साहब ने वही बोला है जो मेरे को उन्होंने 2-3 हफ्ते पहले बोला कि 2-3 दिन और लगेंगे, 2-3 दिन में शेड्यूल आ जाएगा. तो और उसके पहले यही स्टोरी जो है वो क्रिकेट फॉर्म भी आई थी. ये आई थिंक आईपीएल शेड्यूल जो है वो 2 दिन में आएगा और आरसीबी खेलेगा पहला मैच और चेन्नई स्टेडियम में होगा. वो तो कंफर्म ही हो
नहीं,
गया
but
अपना.
also today there's another newspaper. I don't want to take the newspaper's name. वो जिसपे अरुण धूमल ने इंटरव्यू दिया है and he has said that the West Asia crisis is also going to affect the announcement of the IPL schedule because of the LPG crisis.
हाँ
Because
नहीं मैंने
hotels and all
मेरी बात हुई थी चंद्रेश वो बोर्ड में एंड दैट पर्सन इज अ टॉप ऑफिशियल. ही वाज आल्सो क्वाइट सरप्राइज कि ऐसा अरुण धूमल ने क्यों बोला है. वो बोले अभी तक ऐसा कोई डिस्कशन भी नहीं हुआ है और गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से ऑलरेडी एश्योरेंस है दैट देयर इज इंडिया इज नॉट रियली आई मीन दैट क्राइसिस इज देयर. आई एग्री बट दे वर एश्योर्ड कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं होएगा. तो आई डोंट नो अब ये मतलब आगे चल के बिकॉज दैट इज गोइंग टू अफेक्ट एवरीडे लाइफ राइट. LPG
Because
crisis is going to be
this
very
West
big.
Asia crisis has impacted the election dates as well. No?
Exactly. So that
Yeah.
overall,
So,
that may even impact travel plans and may even push the IPL back. You know, वो भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है अभी right now. So it won't be just the IPL, the LPG crisis. It is overall the West Asia crisis that may just, because events are getting cancelled in Middle East as well, left, right, and
Yeah,
center. The
because
Sri Lanka
today,
Afghanistan series got cancelled.
yeah, today all the restaurants in Bangalore are shut because of the LPG crisis.
Chennai also, and Mumbai also. I think
Bombay,
they've said that.
Bombay also. Even the money is in Matunga is going to shut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's very bad.
And Lucky Biryani in Bandra. That's going to shut.
Okay. Super chat for you, Nitin. Question to everyone. Yes, we won a World Cup, but the impact and emotion after 24 World Cup, that was different. Is it because frequent ICC trophies or cricket overdose? Yeah, it just died down, na? मतलब
fizzled out.
the previous time
It
they
just
won
fizzled out.
champion, the T20 World Cup, it was like a euphoria.
They were
Because maybe
expected
it
to
was happening after
win, I
11
think.
years. What do you think, Nitin?
Yeah, I mean, what the last World Cup was 18 months ago. So
Possibly,
20 months.
yeah, and and despite us winning back to back, we are still nursing the heartbreak of 19 November 2023. I don't think
Yeah.
we have still emerged from that. I think that is what a 4-year cycle of a World Cup does. The euphoria as well as the disappointment and the hurt both stay longer when an event comes after a 4-year cycle. But what I think the ICC is in a fix about right now is they do not want more franchise cricket to undermine their flagship event, the T20 World Cup. So that is why by hosting a T20 World Cup every 18 months or 2 years, they kind of take a hold of that space in the calendar, which might otherwise give time for another franchise tournament, maybe in T20, T10 or 100 or a T20 format come through. So they do not, and I really now wonder, once the LA Olympics gold is decided, whether winning the Olympic gold would take precedence over a T20 World Cup. Whether that, like in hockey, probably that is the one sport where an Olympic gold is rated higher. The achievement of winning an Olympic gold is higher than winning a World Cup.
In
So,
fact, Nitin, I was suggesting the other day over here that maybe a
yeah,
time will come if the broadcaster permit that
yeah,
the T20 World Cup could be by another name, could be between the teams that don't make it to the Olympics.
could
So
be,
the
could be. I
yeah.
mean,
So
but the
I'm just saying,
Olympics
I'm just thinking
would,
aloud here. You just have to think creative, but the broadcaster will not allow that if they feel
yeah,
that it's
and
if the
the
India play
the
twice.
once Olympic gold, a team wins the Olympic gold, what the fact that they have included cricket into the Olympics, and once the enormity of the Olympic gold is registered across that country and its population, then I think every country would want an Olympic gold and place that higher on a pedestal than a World Cup victory. So I think that is also the reason why the ICC wants frequent T20 World Cups.
Okay,
But
Arani,
it
there's
could
a
go the
question.
football way as well, no?
No,
Yeah,
they won't.
yeah,
They won't go
Mm.
the football way in Olympics because
But they have to
Olympics has
globalize the sport, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Olympics has given cricket a place on the assurance that they won't go the football way. That's the thing. That's why they took 15 years, and finally, when the leadership changed, everything changed, and cricket finally appeared in Olympics.
Yeah.
Sports Crazy has a question for you, Arani, super chat. He says, Arani, the UV was seen in LSG camp in Mumbai. Is he there only to help Rishabh, or is he with LSG in some role? Any insight from Pant's routine practice?
No, that was not an LSG camp. Pant was practicing on his own. And I think LSG are about to hold a fast bowlers camp in Chennai with Bharat Arun. I think Rishabh Pant will be there as well. So that's what it is with LSG's preparation. At this moment, UV is not officially in part of LSG. People may not know, but UV and Rishabh share a very good camaraderie as well. So it's not there's nothing wrong in seeking out advice of your seniors. Uh,
Yeah. You've seen that with Sanju.
yeah.
Okay,
So
breaking
yes.
news coming in now. IPL schedule will be announced on 28th March in the opening ceremony of IPL 2026. So so, so the breaking news is confirmed now. Gigi, you may want to pick that up.
क्या
Okay,
बोलेगा यार अभी ये लोग मतलब रियली आई कांट अंडरस्टैंड फॉर द लाइफ ऑफ मी कि मतलब पहले आपने 26 मार्च बोला फ्रेंचाइजीज को फिर 20 अब अभी वो भी क्या करें आई मीन द बोर्ड ऑफिशियल टुडे वाज टेलिंग मी दैट द प्रॉब्लम इज इलेक्शन का शेड्यूल भी नहीं आया ना अभी तक यू गॉट 3-4 स्टेट्स में बिग स्टेट्स में इलेक्शंस उनका शेड्यूल ही नहीं आया अभी तक तो उसके अराउंड इसीलिए वो 15-20 मैच 20 मैच का पहले 20 दिन का शेड्यूल अनाउंस करके वो सब कुछ करेंगे
and
बट
they can't even take it outside India now.
हाँ मतलब
yeah.
आई डोंट नो ये सब बिग बैश में
Yeah,
प्रॉब्लम
they're
नहीं आता है क्या
sinking ships for fun now, no? They're
नहीं 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 वो तो
sinking
नहीं
ships
जाएगा
for
बाहर नहीं
fun.
जाएगा that the PM is very clear with it that you have to vote it in India because a lot of employment is
नहीं नहीं
generated
वो तो
a lot of
ऐसे ही
people get
होगा।
No,
हाँ
no,
हाँ,
I'm just being
वो तो
I'm joking
that
about the fact that he can't go anywhere else.
वो सब प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट के टाइम पे होता था अभी
नहीं,
नहीं
इस
वो
बार भी
सब
हुआ
प्रीवियस
है कोविड के टाइम पे 2 साल हुआ 2020 एंड 21 में आईपीएल हैपेंड अब्रॉड.
वो तो 20 that was because of COVID, Chandresh. That was because we are not that disciplined. I mean 2020 the people who went there they were telling me that UAE conducted in a beautiful manner. They ensured that no protocols are broken. यहाँ पर नहीं हो सकता ऐसा. यहाँ protocols break होते हैं रूल बनाए जाते हैं तोड़ने के लिए. यहाँ पर people find their way out. You know we are not that disciplined as a this thing country. So that's why we needed to do that. But other than that, the Prime Minister is very clear that IPL is a flagship tournament. It's a premier tournament. It should be held in India. So regardless of all this, it will be held in. और अब तो वो पहले तो दुबई में जाके करा लिया. अब वो ऑप्शन भी नहीं है. वहाँ तो रॉकेट मिसाइल चल रहे हैं. वहाँ जाके कैसे कराओगे? तो
वही बोल रहा है।
Wait a minute. Okay. Before I come to Nitin, there's a question for you, Arani. he says, अरे निदा ये गंभीर बार बार विराट को क्यों टारगेट कर रहा है? माइलस्टोन बोल बोल के कितने 100 विराट के इंडिया को हराया है, वो जिता के ही आता है ना. ये फिर एसआरटी का 100 का रिकॉर्ड ना फूटे, ये सब लोग चाहते हैं. सो ये कोई कॉन्स्पिरेसी चल रहा है क्या? अरे नहीं.
ये बहुत डीप थॉट है, बट टू बी फेयर टू गंभीर, उसने अभी तक नाम नहीं लिया है, so you cannot bluntly accuse गंभीर of saying that. But गंभीर has been riding on this principle ना. But मेरा एक फंडा है इसमें, people say कि there should be no superstars in this team. Now that we have won this World Cup, Sanju Samson has become a superstar. Abhishek
He was
Sharma is
always
a superstar.
on social media.
So does the rope get shorter now for these players? जैसे अक्सर also found it out in the mid of the tournament. So and again they came out in the press conference and said it's not about reputation and everything. So you created this bunch. Now it's going to be very difficult for them to maintain that thing कि अब इनका brand value तो बढ़ने वाला है. They will be superstars. Indian cricket cannot run without superstars. You will have superstars or made organically. एक आदमी नहीं डिसाइड कर सकता कि कौन सुपरस्टार बनेगा नहीं बनेगा. So that's the thing. People said ना कि उतना मजा नहीं आया वर्ल्ड कप में. It's all fizzled out. I think it's also partly because that pull of Virat and Rohit. You are the people, the population of this country is emotionally attached to Virat and Rohit. That image of Rohit walking past the World Cup trophy breaks hearts even today. Uh, that's what a superstar is. Yes, what they were doing, they had taken it to another level, that we won't stay with the team, we will take a charter flight, we'll travel differently. That was wrong. And to keep, I think you have to define what is a superstar, what is privilege, what is entitlement. That is the I think this team management and selectors have to be clear within themselves at least. They may not have to tell it to the world. लेकिन but आज संजू सैमसन सुपरस्टार है. When he walks out in CSK colors, he will be a raging phenomena in Chennai. So you cannot overlook that. और just because he has developed that fan following, उसका rope short हो जाएगा. I think that will be very unfair at this
Also,
moment.
also I think Shubman Gill also learned the hard way that आप सुपरस्टार बनते हो तो फिर नीचे भी आ सकते हो. 750
See, you could take those calls because we have that depth in T20 cricket. Test cricket में you cannot take we have taken those calls and we still मतलब वो जैसे तैसे swim कर रहे हैं. We have sank more than we have got past the other end of the swimming pool. So that's the call they have to take. T20 cricket, because this generation, the new cricketers who will be coming in are cricketers who have gone to academies wearing colored clothing, trained with white balls. Not Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, perhaps Rishabh Pant and Shubman Gill were the last generation who went to academies with orthodox coaching books and playing with the red ball. You must turn up in whites and everything. I think वो वाला चला गया है. So T20 cricket, we will have that pool. We can take that leverage. आज किसी को भी हटा दो, I don't think that result would have been distinctly different. किसी को भी replace कर दो. संजू सैमसन को आप निकाल दिया. We were winning anyway. It was like that कि हम what Gambhir and Ajit did was कि make sure that we win big and वो chance नहीं देना है opposition को. It's like Brad Hodge could never play for Australia properly. He scored a double hundred and never got a chance after he scored a double hundred against South Africa at Perth. And he never played for Australia after that. Test cricket for Australia. तो वो है. You can take this liberty in T20 cricket. The biggest test is Test cricket. No.
Yeah, I was just looking at the stats in January 2024. India has played 61 T20Is and won 49 of them outright. I'm not even counting the Super Overs. 49 outright. This includes everything since that Afghanistan.
Big margins.
Massive margins. Yeah.
Were we losing matches with Shubman Gill playing? No. we were still winning matches. But the problem is कि वो chance नहीं देना कि playing Shubman Gill may would have could have got the opposition into the game. वो नहीं करना था. So that's we have that liberty with T20 cricket at this moment.
Okay, Nitin, we have this question or a comment from Fitmock. Our situation is like 90s and early 2000 Australian fans. Winning ICC trophy is not making us happy anymore.
No, I think
I think
again, Chandresh,
that was stretch, not a concern.
I'm again going back to my previous answer. I think the romance of that heartbreak of November 19, 2023 was what made June 2029, June
Before
2024 so much sweeter. Because November 19th was so painful. That is why I think the selectors, and once Hardik Pandya got injured, the selectors, Ajit Agarkar, asked Rohit, will you be available to? I think they had probably decided to look beyond both Rohit and Virat
more
in that.
Virat.
But Ajit Agarkar made that call to Rohit Sharma, asked him, will you captain? Then Rohit decided immediately after coming back from South Africa. Both Virat and Rohit played in that Afghanistan T20I series before, just after that Cape Town Test match. So that one of the reasons was इतना वो that World Cup loss was, that Indians were so desperate now that नहीं यार अभी इन दोनों को एक टाइटल के साथ ही विदा करना है. So that is why I think the emotion and the euphoria was so huge, and maybe because that team and the way that final was won almost, uh, you know, uh, that is why I think a lot of fans feel that the semi-final win over England in Mumbai was almost like a win in the final. Also because of the game, the way the game transpired, ups and downs. Here in the final, what happened was once after 2 overs for 12, I think India were the better team from over number 3 onwards. Once that Jacob Duffy bowled the third over, I think it was game over. So um, आई थिंक दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई लोग बोलते हैं अरे लेकिन मजा नहीं आया यार, पैसा वसूल नहीं हुआ, बोलते हैं ना ऐसा इन मुंबईया लैंग्वेज, जैसे पैसा वसूल नहीं हुआ. पिक्चर अच्छा था लेकिन पैसा वसूल नहीं हुआ, 2 गाने और चाहिए थे. It's like that. So
Yeah, okay. Gigi Nosam Nageshwar Reddy says, if Hardik Pandya wins the IPL title, he could be next Indian captain.
I don't know, yaar. Hardik ka fitness issues, ye wo. So you can't say it for certain. I think with Hardik, things are never the same for him. Suddenly वो struggle का phase आता है. Suddenly और Mumbai Indians में he's just not the same in terms of leadership. It becomes a totally different dynamics. रोहित शर्मा भी है वहाँ पे, सूर्य कुमार यादव भी है, जसप्रीत बुमराह भी हैं. All are superstars with big egos. So
अब
a
तो
lot of
तिलक
things.
वर्मा भी है.
हाँ, तिलक वर्मा भी है. So a lot of things are there. We don't know how good a captain Hardik is, honestly, in the dressing room. Is he too overbearing at times? I don't know. There is something that must they have seen in quality missing in Hardik, and being there in Surya Kumar Yadav for them to appoint Sky as the captain back then against popular opinion. So like that. So I don't know whether
Gigi,
Hardik as the captain
do you
would be
think
the
MI
right
will
choice,
play?
or
Do you think MI will play Santner as a reward for the decisions he took in the final?
no, the bigger reward will be all the Indian players playing in the new, yet to be launched or soon to be launched as NZ T20. I think that will be the right reward for New Zealand cricket. If you are hinting at conspiracy theories, if you are talking nonsense, let's go the whole way. or New Zealand
I'm
need them
saying,
to win 5
I'm
series.
saying for all the decisions Santner took in the final, winning the toss and fielding, dropping that McConkey or what is it? What is it? How do you spell that?
My mom understands a bit of cricket. Even she
See,
was a stud at
see.
Santa's decision. Very
Sa-
fishy, I must say. If this was any other game, I
San,
think anti-corruption unit would have swung into action. But ठीक है. I mean, these are
Okay,
just hard calls.
let's just switch to this super chat for you, Arani. Ravi Shahab says RP ODI का part रहेगा या नहीं? नंबर 5 हो सकता है.
See, it's about continuity. I think again the IPL will decide. He was the part of the ODI team. A lot was said before the New Zealand series that he will not be part of the team, but the selectors and the team management had him in the squad. Now this is the big call that they have to take. If he is woefully out of form in the IPL, then I think it will be, and it will also depend on Ishan. I don't see Sanju back in the ODI team because he is not a player who can bat well in the middle orders with the field spread out. He has shown that when he was pushed down the order in T20 cricket. He is an out and out opener. He should stick there. Sanju would struggle a bit. And now that with that one old ball, you will be playing with one ball after 34 overs, the softer ball and everything. These boys are not accustomed to playing with a ball older than the 20 overs. It will be a different ball game for them. Sanju Samson's entirely stay career was played with two balls and T20 cricket. So he has not faced a ball which is more than 20 overs old. So that will be a challenge. Sanju's early stay career
So
and
that's why.
Ranji career is
Do you
not
think
as
that's
good.
why the Arani? Do you think that's why the experience of a KL Rahul will come in handy for India?
The KL will be the starter. See, KL, there's no doubt about KL not being the first starter there. I think the competition right now would be between Rishabh Pant and Ishan Kishan, where the selectors want to look. I think he's batted beautifully out of the power play in the T20 World Cup. We were a bit
But
skeptical if he would flourish. That boundary of the back foot against I think Rachin Ravindra, he just punched it through mid wicket.
mm,
Oh, I think that is. I think everyone thought that was a single. He pushed it for a single, and it went to the boundary so comfortably. So yes, I think Ishan has been batting really well. Uh,
but Arani, when Rishabh got injured before the one-day series against New Zealand, they brought in Dhruv Jurel. Was it more as an insurance because Kishan was part of the T20 setup?
yes, at that time, I think otherwise they would have looked to play him. Ishan give more game time at that time, but and since Ishan has not had not played international cricket for a while, तो ना you don't ज़्यादा मत कर दो. Then you don't you were looking at him as a top order batsman for T20 cricket. Then you just play him at number five and then you're confusing him. You don't want your World Cup player to be confused before a World Cup. Ishan, that left-handed batsman, Dhruv has been good in the Vijay Hazare Trophy, but is he as damaging as Rishabh Pant or Ishan Kishan? I don't think so. With the bat, he's a very good stable cricketer, but the damage that these two boys can inflict on the opposition is something different. You want those impact players there. I think at number four, number five, I think they are comfortable. They were more comfortable with Akshar Patel as well. They are not looking at players who would score 100, at number five. Right? They want people who can bat 50 balls and score 75 runs. So it will be interesting how the IPL goes, I think. At this moment, it could be a toss-up between Rishabh Pant and Ishan Kishan at this moment.
Okay. Final super chat of the day. Nitin, this for you. Guys, to be honest, winning T20 World Cup was no surprise, but for me, GG will be a great coach if he makes India win WTC. 19 November 2023 will take a long time to heal. What is the
Yeah,
equation right now? Is it going to be difficult for India to
yeah,
make it to
almost
final?
impossible, Chandresh. Almost impossible. Uh, I doubt it whether we can win though. If both the games are held at call, I don't know I don't know the schedule in Sri Lanka, but if both the games are held at call with Prabhas Jayasuriya and I doubt it whether although the Sri Lankan batting
Because
lineup also is not great, but
but
um,
our spinners are also not really great as well.
and our
That's the
spinners
problem.
also are not
Our
great.
spinners are being outbowled by the
Hmm.
foreign spinners. That's the
Yeah,
bigger concern for
I'm
me.
more interested in how whether they take Akib Nabi to New Zealand, and then they have that trio of Siraj Bumrah and Akib Nabi bowling in tandem in on those kind of pitches. And if New Zealand give them those kind of pitches, Siraj
That will be
Bumrah
the
and
bigger best chance.
if New Zealand will give them those kind of pitches, which New Zealand generally gives the visiting team, I doubt it whether if the Indian team has the potent bowling lineup of Prasid, Siraj, Akib Nabi
Akash.
and Bumrah and Akashdeep.
Akash.
I wonder what they have done really with Mukesh Kumar. I don't know why they have not
He's
they have
fizzled
not
out,
really. I thought
unfortunately.
he bowled beautifully in that Cape Town Test match,
Hmm.
and after that, and he also bowled well in Vizag when England came here.
Hmm.
So I don't know why he's suddenly been overlooked, but they will need bowlers who can bowl line and length in New Zealand and offer Bumrah the support, because if Prasidh keeps on leaking runs the way he does, even in that India A game at the COE, I thought he bowled very poorly. So I doubted whether Prasidh really should be the answer. He should be looked at more as maybe a white ball bowler at the moment. But
In ODI
I
cricket.
hope that, yeah, I hope that the selectors pick Akib Nabi and allow him to go to New Zealand, because I hope they don't take him to Sri Lanka, because those are the pitches where you don't really need three fast bowlers over there. You would need maybe an Akshar Patel, Washington Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav.
That depends if Bumrah plays, no?
Yeah. So it depends. I really want to see Akib Nabi bowl well in New Zealand.
And if you don't pick Akib Nabi now, then I think you will
Yeah,
you will
yeah.
be missing
You
out on
lost
him.
him.
The
Yeah,
chance
you
is
lost
gone.
him.
You've lost him.
Chance is
Yeah,
gone because there is no
yeah,
opportunity after that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Final question for the day. Gigi, Greg underscore Chapel says, are there still doubts on VK after incredible form?
वीके कहाँ से आ गया?
नहीं वो
अरे
मतलब
वीर
अभी ओडीआई बिकॉज गंभीर ने बोल दिया ना वाइट बॉल नहीं वनडे में हमारा प्रॉब्लम है we've lost 2 of the last 3 सीरीज तो इसके लिए बोल रहा हूँ
हाँ वो तो है, बट वो वीके वीके तो मतलब वीके तो रन बना ही रहा है, वही तो रन बना रहा है वहां पर। तो प्रॉब्लम वही है कि
That
आई मीन ही वाज
knock in Indore was sensational. Yeah, the knock that he
yeah
played in Indore was,
that Indore 100 was sensational, but अकेला वो तो नहीं कर सकता ना, मतलब
yeah.
I thought Ruturaj
this
Gaikwad batted very well in that series,
the
but
this
Rohit was found wanting,
And as
but then
Oroni was
Rohit is
mentioning about Jadeja, that was the game that Jadeja had to pull through with Virat, batting with Virat. That was on a small ground, batting pitch. Those are the kind of games that you need your senior players to pull through when a guy is batting so well at the other end.
and a guy who's
and
got a A grade
honestly,
contract.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and the basic
A plus.
difference between Virat Kohli and this generation of batters is his ability to rotate strike. All of these boys get stuck. They are either all attack or they're stuck in the middle. That's the problem with this new generation of cricketers. They have mastered the art of rotating strike. Virat Kohli is never behind the run rate, even if he's not hitting boundaries. And all of a sudden, it takes two good overs and he's just rolling. That's the difference. At this age, he can still. He was outrunning Washington Sundar. Washington Sundar was struggling to catch up with Virat Kohli's pace. That is the difference. I think one day cricket, you uh, see again, he scored all these runs in India. He didn't do really well in Australia, but I think you will need Virat Kohli. You need that anchor who can bat 40 overs at a steady run rate.
You
yeah
will need Rohit
absolutely
also. रोहित भी रहेगा ही, वो दोनों खेल रहे हैं वर्ल्ड कप।
हाँ,
let's
बेचारा
see what
यशस्वी
happens
माइलस्टोन्स हो या नहीं हो।
yeah let's see what happens thanks a lot gentlemen for joining us today Nitin
Yeah.
Arani
Thank
Gigi
you.
we'll be back again tomorrow please remember to like share subscribe and comment on all our videos use super chat to ask us questions and support the channel and hype का button दबाना ना भूलें goodbye good night and God bless